Hello everyone, it's me, NYSEinstein from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. I'm getting tossed and turned around in this market. It's really kind of wild. Clearly. Inside Wirtschaft, NYSEinstein being batted around like a seagull in a hurricane. This market has got the tariff jitters. It's got the White House jitters. Not often a factor, but definitely tariffs and potential. And the way the drama is being created by the media is clearly putting some fragility, emotionality, excitement, a little bit of fear here and there. You really don't know. Net at the end of the day, I don't know anybody who really understands what's going to happen. But as we've often seen coming out of Washington, in this administration, not to make a judgment whether this is good or bad, but it's a little bit weird, is that things get tossed out there in a big way. I don't think there's a lot of thought behind it. Mr. Trump has surrounded himself by bright economic people. Mr. Cohen was good, unfortunately he's gone. That was a tax reform guy. Wilbur Ross, master, super bright man. He's the guy who's going to take over the control and the tariff thing. Now, what's happening is we threw out a number of 25% on steel, 10% on aluminum. I don't think he really meant it. I'm not sure he means the whole tariff thing altogether. Then we threw out the term about trade war. Trade war? No, trade wars coming out of where they're going to go into a trade war with China, with Mexico, with Canada. Are we going to renegotiate NAFTA? What is that really going to mean? Right? Net at the end of the day, the amount of the tariffs is not that significant. The amount that it's going to change GDP apparently is not that significant. We're looking at double-digit growth projected for all 4 quarters of 2018. So what is this really going to do? How hardline are they going to be? And then what happens? The market trades sort of up and down, mostly in green territory. Up and down, mostly in green territory, most of the afternoon. We had to sell and balance onto the close. It felt like there was just money coming out of the market, profit taking and whatnot, people really living in fear about what headline is going to really send this thing soaring, because it's a wild card. Washington is a wild card. Mr. Trump, whatever you think of him, is a wild card. Well, sure enough, you can throw gas on a fire, you can temper it, you can tell them you're gonna shoot them, and then you're gonna pull back, and you know what? I mean, it's just baffling. So news came out that maybe we won't be as hardline on Canada and Mexico. Maybe they will not. They will be able to renegotiate the tariffs. Maybe they'll be able to waive the tariffs to those 2 countries. Market responded super positively. There was a reversal in the market around 245, 250. Market rallied almost 150 points on that positive news. Then we engaged the sell side that we had coming into the close. The market sold off hard. And then by the end of the day, the headline and the news coming out of Washington was that we may, in fact, let every country negotiate their own tariffs. So while we throw out a big net to get somebody and we try and play hardball, when we finally come to the end of the day and we're at the negotiating table, basically it may not be that bad. So, you know what? At this point, every day we've got something different. We're trading a moment at a time. It's a headline-driven market. The tariff worries may be over for now. We don't know what's really going to happen. We saw it with tax reform. We would go up and down on every given headline, whether it's the Twitter sphere, robots that are reading this news headlines, or whether it's facts or it's people upstairs who are a lot brighter than me. Even though I do look like Einstein, I ain't that smart. At the end of the day, if you're in the market as a trader, take profits. Don't wait around for unacceptable losses. If you're an investor, have a smoke and a pancake and call me in the morning. I love you all. Tomorrow's Friday. I'll see you then.